Mila zangu unaziposti kwa Insta. Umenivalia wigi la Mungu ndani ni matunda. Na kubebia hanga zeki ndani kuna fika. Si watu wana tabia mbaya. Si watu wana tabia mbaya. Si watu wana tabia mbaya. Okay, si muko na matabia mbaya. Unasonde.
All right, here we go. As you can see, we're out in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I got one of the hypest. When I talk about hype, this nigga got hype all around him, worldwide, Naiboi. I'm talking about if you can get somebody to put 6, 7, 8, 9 artists in one song and they jam to that shit. He didn't do it once, he did it twice. Sondeka, what's the other one? 2 in 1. This man had like 20, I don't know, celebrities from everywhere in one song, and that shit was nice. So what's up, bro?
What's up?
This is the second venue, or you've been to Seattle?
Third or fourth.
Third or fourth. Okay, where was the first one?
Kansas.
Kansas, okay.
Then Baltimore.
And then Seattle.
This is the fourth one.
This is the fourth one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
So I want to take it back to how you started in music, right? When in most of my interviews, I like people to try and relate to you, right? Yeah. So, for instance, if I say I'm from Langata and I made it big, you know, people from Langata are maybe gonna see that and they're gonna be like, oh, this nigga did it, I might do it too, right? So, where'd you grow up?
So many places back home, from Kangemi to Kayole to Njiru.
Okay.
I was not situated in one place, but the place where I started my studio was in Ngong Road.
Ngong Road, okay.
And the reason for me starting my studio, that's back in the day.
Was that Pacho End? Or that was something
before
else?
we called it Pacho, that was way back.
Good Life?
That's my record. Dirty Fox was the name of the studio.
Oh, Dirty Fox. Okay,
yes,
okay. This was like what
2003.
year? 2003. So you've been in the game, what is it, 16 years?
Yeah.
Oh, man. And another interesting thing about you is you've come from the producer side of things, and you've now shifted into the artist side of things.
Yeah.
So I want you to really talk about it. Does it give you an advantage as somebody who's been behind the screen making beats? Does it give you an advantage as an artist whereby you understand music a little bit more?
It does. And when I started music, I started off as an artist, and I didn't have money to go keep on recording at the big studios. So I saved up some cash, bought softwares, and started producing for myself.
Okay.
So I could be able to produce many tracks.
So you're producing and singing on the same songs?
That's the beginning, yeah. So
okay.
Then I fell in love with production, got guys from the hood coming for me to produce for them.
Okay.
Then I got lost in the production world.
Yeah.
So later on, when I decided, okay, let me go back to being an artist, that's when I started focusing, branded, Naiboi and all that.
Okay.
But yeah, being a producer, then becoming an artist, you have an insight to so many things when it comes to sound, how you want things to sound.
Yeah.
So it's an advantage when you are an artist.
Yeah,
and
you're a producer.
Yeah.
So you have an edge over other artists, so to speak.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. That's what's up. The paper? Okay. All right. So let's get a little bit into Sondeka.
Yeah, man.
So Sondeka at the very end, it has a caption that says power to the people.
Yeah.
Was this you and seeing the political, what do you call it, the political condition that Kenya is in right now? A lot of people back home are not satisfied with how the government is running shit. They don't really like it. But you, in the end of Sondeka, you say this is power to the people or something like that. Was this a political statement? Was this how you intended it to be, or this was just what was the message behind that?
The message is so simple. As Sondeka itself means putting back to place.
Putting back to place. Is this like an actual Swahili word? This is sheng.
Okay,
sheng.
Okay. Back to place.
Uh-huh.
Could mean your life.
Okay.
Could mean any situation you're in. Could mean the political situation that you have back home. That's why I say power to the people.
Yeah.
Power is in your hands to decide what's wrong, what's right, what needs to get back to the way it is.
Okay.
So that's why I say power to the people. So it could be politics, it could be your life, could be anything situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's real deep. Yeah. How do you get? I admire how you can bring freaking calligraph. Is it Benzema or Demore? Benzema. You had Fena, Visita.
From had the band.
Bro, you had like 10 different niggas on that jam, right?
Yeah.
And that's the forget about Sondeka. You also did it in 2-in-1. You convinced people to like record themselves singing your song. Is
And
this?
I did also Sondeka, the gospel version with the hottest gospel guys.
Yeah, bro, because you started with the one where you're just in the hood and it was just you alone. And then part 2 was calligraphing them. And then part 3 was all the gospel artists. How are you so good at doing this? Is like
It's just who I am and how people perceive you, how people respect you, how you carry yourself.
Yeah.
Makes a brand want to associate with your brand. So
Yeah.
just the personality of who I am.
Okay.
I think basically that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to talk about a little bit about rebranding.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you went from, and even listening to your album Too Much.
Yeah.
I think the first song, there's somebody who I think was it
Frasha.
Frasha still calls you Rapdamu in that one.
Yes.
And then later on, there's niggas coming on, and then your Naiboi.
Yeah.
So how was that? Is there tips you can give as far as rebranding? How did that come about? Did you feel it was now necessary? I can't keep going with Rapdamu. I'm now an artist. I gotta rebrand. Like, how was that process, and was it necessary for you to do that?
I think I reached a point where I was just fed up with the industry at the time.
Yeah.
And I'd done so much to fit in as an artist.
Yeah.
Remember, I was a producer.
Yeah.
I produced for so many guys.
Yeah.
And I kept on doing my single stuff and they were not going anywhere. So
Okay.
I was almost fed up at the time. So I decided, okay, let me just be me, let me do music for me. And I remember that time there were so many Western music being played back home.
Okay.
There was very little
Westerners in here or West Africa?
West Africa.
Okay, West
music
Africa, yeah.
ruling the area.
We're gonna talk about that a little bit
So
too.
I
Yeah, keep
decided, you
going.
know what, let me just be me, let me represent the country, Nairobi. That's why I call myself Naiboi.
Naiboi, worldwide.
Boy from Nairobi.
Boy from
represent
Nairobi,
Kenya, which
yeah.
is the capital city of the country.
Yeah.
Just do the music that I love.
Yeah.
That's how everything changed. So
Okay.
tips for rebranding, I used to say Rapdamu Naiboi. So the guys who know me as Rapdamu can listen to a new added name on the name. So
Naiboi.
Rapdamu Naiboi. So okay,
And
okay.
they
Until-
associated it,
yes,
yeah.
then we faded out the
Rapdamu.
Rapdamu. So we had Naiboi added worldwide.
Okay.
Because that's the vision
Yeah.
from Nairobi to the world.
Okay, that's what's up. And then natuko tupacho kwa ni boss iko nini. The first time I heard that, I think was from DNA. Did DNA coin that phrase?
Actually, it's Frasha who did it.
Okay, Fresher who did it.
He
Yeah.
did it in one of his songs. Then I chopped it, and that made it a tag.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what's up. And then I don't quote me on this,
Yeah.
but I want to say you made a name for T-Dot.
Yes.
The first time, or when I started listening to T-Dot, was Wele Wele, and that was, you were also on that shit. So there are the artists that you can look at and be like, I have a part in that, or just in general. Not to put any names out there. If you don't want to talk about it, then
Like Timmy before Wele Wele, I'd signed him for 6 years.
Okay.
You guys don't know the struggle that we went through for 6 years before the Wele Wele.
before he blew up, yeah.
There's guys who did Goody.
Gengetone, was Gengetone in there?
Yeah, he was
Okay.
there.
Christoph was in there too.
Yes, Christoph.
Okay.
His first major hit was Dandia, done by
Dandia
us.
took him a much.
Yes, so there's so many guys.
Was the label Pacho Ant at that
Yes,
time?
yes, Pacho.
Okay.
There's so many guys
Uh-huh.
that have been a part of the success.
Okay. Now I'm about to go into something very controversial right now, and you touched on it a little bit, right? My take on this is, let me just state it first, right? We have people like Calligraph coming up with play Kenya music. You said it yourself too. Like, I was tired of like hearing West African music playing in our clubs, right? And so what really is your take on this? Is it a DJ problem or is it a content problem? Why is East African music not? I'm gonna fess up to it. I think we're a little bit behind as far as the music game, right? Why are we not? Is it a DJ problem or is it a content problem? This is like a major question.
Let me start from country-wise.
Okay.
There was a time where Kenyan music was maybe 3% being played compared to the Western music being played.
Okay. No, he's just saying we should wrap up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's fixed now. Because
Okay.
now maybe close to 90% is our content.
Okay.
But now when it comes to the global-wise,
Uh-huh.
East African music is still down compared to Nigerian and Western music.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's us from East African or Kenyans, we are not proud of who we are because Nigerians are very proud and loud.
Yeah, they walk around and speak that.
You feel like this is Nigeria. Because even us, we go to clubs and guys mistake us for Nigerians.
Yeah.
That shows you how proud and loud they are.
They are,
so
yeah.
if Kenyans can be proud the same way and loud, and make sure when they're in the clubs, they request for their own songs, not play me Nigerian music.
Yeah.
We push our culture across the diaspora.
Okay.
You get there.
Okay. So one last question. We have.
We need to go.
We need to go. The show is about to come up. By the way, if you didn't know, Naiboi is about to do a show in Minneapolis. This shit is gonna be live in the next. What time is it right now? It's like 8:30. We got maybe another 30 seconds, 30 minutes. These guys to go change and all that, right? But one last question. We got Gengetone coming up as a genre right now, right? I love it, right? But I'm also looking at some of the. I'm also. One second. Okay. No, I already did that. That's what I asked him. Yeah, I asked him that. Yeah, I asked him. West African versus East African music. That question, he answered it, right? Yeah. But I'm talking about Gengetone right now, right? Gengetone is it's very sexually explicit. That's what the kids want to sing about right now. I love it, but I'm saying there's a social responsibility that artists have. Now the question to you is, are artists, should we hold them to this standard and should we say this shit you shouldn't sing about? Or artists usually just mirror what society actually is doing and they should be allowed to do whatever in their music? Because for instance, Ethic the other day came up with a song and it was very sexually explicit, yeah, and I think they even took it down. So are they really singing about what's actually happening in society, or should we not blame them and say, should we not blame them because they're singing what's happening in society, or should we say, hey, you guys are setting a trend by singing what you're singing, you know what I mean, and people are gonna follow that? What's your take on that?
I just think art is freedom of expression.
Yeah.
And for those songs to be connecting this much, it means it's either they are entertaining, or they are speaking about what's actually going on in the youth.
Yeah.
But I feel like we should not judge them at now control them, not sing about this. You know, if you want to listen to gospel music,
there's a section for that.
If you want to listen to R&B, if you want to listen to Gengetone, there's
Gengetone,
It's just variety in the market.
Okay.
How it goes.
All right, but that was our last question of the day, man. Big up Naiboi. 254 Shad. Yo, Shad. This nigga not listening, but shout out to Shad for coming out. Shad actually organized. Bro, if you could show your face here real quick, I really appreciate it. Doing? Yo, can you see him? All right, that nigga organized all this shit. I'm really appreciative of it, bro. Naiboi in the building. If you're a minute, this will probably come out later, but like, big shout out.
Keep supporting Kenyan music. If you're Kenyan, keep supporting African music. If you're African, from Kenya, Africa to the world.
That's what I'm talking about. You heard it here on Sahani.
Shout out. And let me give you guys a shout out real quick. All the DJs and promoters, you guys need to really listen to Kenyan music, and play it in the clubs, play the mainstream, share it, because you don't know what we got. You get what I'm saying? The only way we're gonna like get like the Nigerians, the only way we're gonna get like these other big acts is by actually supporting one another and supporting each other. Okay. So let's get it. Big show tonight. Airs probably next week, 2 weeks. Shout out. Let's get it. Naiboi in the building.
All right, man. It's a wrap. Thank you so much.